Hare Ram, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram,
Hare Ram,
ఒకటి కాదు ఒకటి లాస్ట్ లో
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shri Vasadi Gauravananda, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Jai Krishna, Jai Krishna, Bhagavan Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Srivasadi Gaurav. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
74
Hare
plus
Krishna, Hare
48
Krishna,
together.
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. రా 8-1 అయింది.
స్టార్ట్ చేశారు.
హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే రామ
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ కృష్ణ
Hare
హరే
Krishna, Hare
హరే కృష్ణ హరే
Hare
కృష్ణ
Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే రామ రామ హరే 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 కృష్ణ కృష్ణ హరే హరే రామ 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 హరే 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 కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే రామ 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 హరే 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 కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే రామ 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 హరే 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 కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే రామ 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 హరే 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 కృష్ణ కృష్ణ
Hare
కృష్ణ
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna,
రామ
Hare
రామ
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama
రామ
Hare
రామ
Krishna,
రామ
Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 राम
Hare
हरे हरे
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
हरे
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare
कृष्ण
Ram, Hare Ram, Hare
राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
कृष्ण
Hare
कृष्ण
Krishna,
हरे
Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Hare
हरे
Krishna,
कृष्ण
Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
हरे
Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Hare
राम
Krishna,
राम हरे
Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama
राम
Hare
राम
Krishna,
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम
Hare
राम राम हरे
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Hare
कृष्ण
Krishna,
हरे
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama
ప్లీజ్ ఫాస్ట్
Hare Krishna,
ఫాస్ట్
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
ఏరియా ఆఫ్ రెక్టాంగిల్
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna
हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे हरे
Ram,
कृष्ण
Hare
राम
Hare
राम हरे हरे
Krishna,
हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम
Hare
राम हरे हरे
Krishna,
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण
Hare
हरे
Krishna,
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम 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 राम
Okay,
हरे कृष्ण
finish your round,
Rama
finish your round. I'll chant regular prayers, Mangalacharana prayers. Let me put the message. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Magyanotimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya. चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती गौरवाणि प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशधारिणे श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृन्द हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं भगवान् गायते यत्कृपातमः वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरम् ॐ अपवित्र पवित्रो वा सर्वावसङ्गतोऽपि वा यस्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्षं सबाह्याभ्यन्तरं शुचिः श्रीविष्णु तद्विष्णु परमं पदं तदा पश्यन्ति सूरयो दिवीवा चक्षुरततं तद्विप्रास विपन्यो जागृहं च समिद्यते विष्णुं यत्परमं पदम्. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. So let us chant today these 5 verses. 1.31 to 1.35 is enjoyment. So what is that meaning of the enjoyment after fighting? Arjuna's 5 reasons not to fight. So let us see. 1.31 to 1.35. 35 until that way we'll do. But before that, let us see yesterday. Just a quick translation. Let me quickly read. 28, 29, and 33 verses, right? The compassion. What is compassion? 28, 20, and 30. Okay. Arjuna said, my dear Krishna, seeing my friends and relatives present before me in fighting spirit, in such a fighting spirit, I feel the limbs of my body quivering and my mouth is drying up. My whole body is trembling, my hair is standing on end, my bow gandhi was slipping from my hand, and my skin is burning. I am now unable to stand here any longer. I am forgetting myself, and my mind is reeling. I see only causes of misfortune. O Krishna, O killer of the case demon. So let us continue. Okay. Anybody wants to chant this on the prayer? Arjuna's putting forward his questions to Krishna. Chant anyone? Recite. Otherwise, repeat after me. Okay. Nacha sreyo nu pasyami.
न च श्रेयोऽनुपश्यामि
न च श्रेयोऽनुपश्यामि
Atva swajanamahave.
हत्वा
हत्वा
स्वजनमाहवे
न काङ्क्षे विजयं कृष्ण.
न
न
काङ्क्षे
काङ्क्षे
विजयं कृष्ण
न च राज्यं सुखानि च.
न च राज्यं सुखानि च.
తెలుగులో ఒకసారి చేయండి మొత్తం. ఉన్నారా మీ మొత్తం ఎలిబో?
ఒక నిమిషం ఒక నిమిషం.
ఇట్స్ ఓకే, లేదంటే ఇట్స్ ఓకే, నో ప్రాబ్లం, నో రష్.
నెక్స్ట్ చేస్తాను.
No problem. Okay, doesn't matter. No problem. Okay, so let us read translation. So for this particular verse, what is saying? I do not see how any good can come from killing my own kinsmen in this battle, nor can I, my dear Krishna, desire any subsequent victory, kingdom, or happiness. So 32 to 35, all verses together. Enjoyment. I don't want any enjoyment after killing. I don't. Nor I can. Nor can I, my dear Krishna, desire any subsequent victory, kingdom, or happiness. I do not see any good. I have attachment, complete attachment. Even though he knows how Hadharmik Duryodhana, all this is a party he did, but still, this is not correct. Krishna is correcting himself. He's going to correct. Okay. Text 32 to 35. Please repeat after me. Kim no rajena Govinda. Govinda. See.
किन्नो राज्येन
किं नो
गोविन्द
राज्येन गोविन्द
Govinda. His first saying. Arjuna is discussing Govinda. Okay. Kim no rajena Govinda.
किं नो राज्येन गोविन्द
Kim bhogair jivitena va.
किं भोगैर्जीवितेन वा
Eshamarthakankshitam no.
येषामर्थकाङ्क्षितं नो
Rajyam bhoga sukani cha.
राज्यं भोगा सुखानि च
Taimeva stita yuddhe.
तैमे स्थिता युद्धे
Pranam staktva dhanani cha.
प्राणं त्यक्त्वा धनानि च
Acharya pitara putras.
आचारः पितरः पुत्राः
Tataiva cha pitamaha.
तथैव च पितामहः
Matula swasura pautra.
मातुला
मातुलः स्वसुरा प्रौत्रा
Syala sambandhinastata.
स्वाला सम्बन्धिनस्तथा
Etanna hantumichhami.
ये तान् हन्तुमिच्छामि
Gnatopi madhusudana.
ज्ञातोऽपि मधुसूदन
Apitrailokya rajyasya.
अपि त्रैलोक्यराजस्य
Heto kim no mahi krite.
हेतो किं मही कृते
Nihatya dhratarashramna.
निहत्या धार्तराष्ट्रान्न
Ka priti janardana.
का प्रीतिः सज्जनार्दन
He's using word Janardana, Govinda, Madhusudana. See, he's using words. Hare Bo- Hare Krishna. Okay. Mother, me ఒకసారి 4 verses quick గా చేయండి.
హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభుజీ దండవత్ ప్రణామాలు
Quick చేయండి. 32 to
కిం నో
35.
किं नो राजेन गोविन्द किं भोगैर्जीवितेन वा येषामर्थे काङ्क्षितं नो राज्यं भोगाः सुखानि च तयिमेव स्थिता युद्धे प्राणां त्यक्त्वा धनानि च आचार्यः पितरः पुत्रास्तथैव च पितामहः मातुलाः श्वशुराः पौत्राः श्वाला सम्बन्धिनस्तथा एतान्न हन्तुमिच्छामि ज्ञातोऽपि मधुसूदन अपि त्रैलोक्यराजस्य हेतो किं नु मही कृते निहत्य धार्तराष्ट्रान्न का ప్రీతి సౌజ్ఞార్దన. శ్రీల ప్రభుపాదుల వారి అనువాదం. ఓ గోవింద, మేము ఎవరి కొరకు రాజ్యమును సుఖమును చివరకు జీవితమును కూడా కోరుతుంటిమో వారందరూ ఇప్పుడు ఈ యుద్ధరంగమున సన్మద్ధులై నిలిచినప్పుడు ఆ రాజ్యాదుల చేత మాకేమి ప్రయోజనము? ఓ మధుసూదన, గురువులు, తండ్రులు, పుత్రులు, తాతలు, మేనమామలు, మామలు, మనుమలు, భావమరుదులు ఇంకను ఇతర బంధువులందరూ తమ ప్రాణములను మరియు సంపదలను విడుచుటకు సంసిద్ధులై నా ఎదుట నిలిచి నన్ను వధింపదలచినను నేనెందుకు వారిని వధింపదలచవలెను? ఓ జనార్దన, కేవలము ఈ భూలోక రాజ్యమును అటుంచి ముల్లోక రాజ్యాధిపత్యము కొరకైనను నేను వారితో యుద్ధము చేయుటకు సిద్ధముగా లేను. ధృతరాష్ట్రుని పుత్రులను వధించి మేము ఎట్టి ఆనందమును పొందగలము? హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభుజీ.
ఎంజాయ్మెంట్ హరి బోల్. 3 words ఎదురా. ఓ గోవింద, ఓ మధుసూదన, ఓ జనార్దన. ఇంగ్లీష్ లో చదవమ్మా నావని. హరి బోల్.
O Govinda, of what avail us are a kingdom, happiness, or even life itself, when all those who are many may desire them are now arrayed on the battlefield? O Madhusudana, when teachers, fathers, sons, grandfathers, maternal uncle, fathers-in-law, grandsons, brothers-in-law, and other relatives are ready to give up their lives and properties, and they are standing before me, why should I wish to kill them, even though they might otherwise kill me? O maintainer of all living entities, I am not prepared to fight with them, even in exchange for 3 words, let alone this earth. What sorry, what pleasure will be derived from killing the sons of Dhritarashtra? Haribol.
అది కంపాషన్, ఎంజాయ్మెంట్. ఏం చేసుకోవాలి? ఎంజాయ్మెంట్. అప్పుడేమో కంపాషన్ 3 verses, ఈ 5 verses లో ఎంజాయ్మెంట్. రీజన్స్ నాట్ టు ఫైట్, ఇదంతా కథ.
He's very compassionate. That's why he's thinking, right? Otherwise, అందరూ కావాలనుకొని చేసేస్తారు. చంపడం ఎంత?
అదే అట్లాంటి మైండ్ కి కృష్ణుడు ఎందుకు అంత ప్యూరిటీ ఒకటి లక్షణమే కదా. బట్ బాడీ
ఎందుకంటే తెలుసు ఫైటింగ్, ఐ మీన్ ఇప్పుడు యుద్ధ రంగానికి ఎందుకు వస్తారు? చంపడానికే వస్తారు కదా. ఐ మీన్ రెడీగా అయ్యే వస్తారు కదా. అయినా కూడా ఇట్లా అంటే ఈజ్ వెరీ కంపాషనెట్. హి డజంట్ వాంట్ టు కిల్ హిస్ కిన్స్మెన్.
కంపాషన్ ప్లస్, సో ఈవెన్ దో కిల్లింగ్ తర్వాత ఈ రాజ్యం వచ్చిన తర్వాత ఏమేమి ఎంజాయ్ చేయమంటారు అని అంటుంది కదా.
అవసరం లేదు. నైస్.
అంటే కృష్ణ యాక్చువల్లీ ఇది సవ్యసాచి. He can control. See, Sabyasachi means both hands he can use and expertly shoot the arrows, right? He's aiming. That means his mind is so strong, na? Concentration also perfect. Atla Krishna actually, in order to speak, idantha Krishna Leela. In order to speak Bhagavad Gita, in order to establish Dharma, he made Krishna as an instrument and he put him into illusionary condition. Then his session, curing body, slipping from his bow, from his hands bow. ఇదంతా కూడా two hands.
మన లైఫ్ లో కూడా we feel right like Arjuna sometimes, like not all the times but sometimes we feel right. సో అదే మన సిచ్యువేషన్ కూడా అదే. అందుకే మనకు చెప్తూ అర్జునకు చెప్తుండ్రు.
యాక్చువల్లీ దిస్ ఇస్ ఫర్, అందుకే అన్నాం కదా, ఫోన్ కొత్త ఫోన్ లో యూజర్ గైడ్ వచ్చినట్టే దిస్ ఈస్ ఫర్ మాన్యువల్ ఫర్ మ్యాన్ కైండ్. ఇది ఫర్ us only actually, for us only. That's where we are reading, we are understanding again and again. This is the scripture subject matter compared to material subject matter and the spiritual subject matter. Spiritual subject matter always fresh. That's a point.
గోపాలనందన అదే కదా, కృష్ణ is milking cow and we are drinking.
Yeah, that milk is always fresh. Very fresh. Okay, very good. Thank you, thank you. Okay, Hare Krishna, we'll continue. ఒక వర్స్ చేద్దాము చైతన్య చరితామృత చైతన్య గ్లోరిఫైయింగ్ క్లాస్ చైతన్య. ఓకే, ప్లీజ్ రిపీట్ ఆఫ్టర్ మీ. రాధా కృష్ణ ప్రణయ వ్యక్తిర్
राधा कृष्ण प्रणय वित्ते
లాదిని శక్తిరస్మాద్.
शक्ति
కలిపి చేస్తాను. రాధా కృష్ణ ప్రణయ వ్యక్తిర్ లాదిని శక్తిరస్మాద్. ఇది కూడా 2 lines 2 సార్లు కట్ చేసి చెప్తాం మళ్ళీ వేద్దాం. ఓకే. ఏకాత్మనవపి భువి పురా దేహభేదం గతౌ తదా. కలిపి చేస్తాం మొత్తం. ఓకే. ఏకాత్మనవపి భువి పురా దేహభేదం గతౌ తౌ చైతన్యాఖ్యం ప్రకటం అధునా అధునా తద్వం చైక్యమాప్తం. చైతన్యాఖ్యం ప్రకటమధునా తద్వయం చైక్యమాప్తం. రిపీట్. యా, లాస్ట్ లైన్ వెరీ నైస్. అంటే ఇదంతా ఓకే, బట్ రూపాయలు సమ్ టైమ్స్ ఒకటే వర్డ్స్ ని వాడతారు చెప్పేటప్పుడు. రాధా భావ ద్యూతి సువలలితం నవమి కృష్ణ స్వరూపం. చలో, రిపీట్ డివోటీస్. రాధా భావ ద్యుతి సువలితం నవమి కృష్ణ స్వరూపం. The loving affairs of Sri Radha and Krishna are transcendental manifestations of the Lord's internal pleasure-giving potency. Although Radha and Krishna are one in their identity, previously they separated themselves. Now these two transcendental identities have again reunited in the form of Sri Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Bhava Dhyuti, Suvalilitam Navavi Krishna Swarupam. I bow down to him who has manifested himself with the sentiment and the complexion of Srimad Radharani, although he is Krishna himself. Hare Krishna. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Please do it.
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
जय द्वैत जय गौरवृंद
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
జయ జయ శ్రీ చైతన్య జయ నిత్యానంద.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
శ్రీ ద్వైత చంద్ర శ్రీ గౌర చంద్ర
గౌర భక్త వృంద.
గౌర భక్త బృంద.
అందరం కలిసి చేద్దాం హరే కృష్ణ మహామంత్రం. హరే కృష్ణ
హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే 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 రామ్ 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 హరే హరే.
హరే కృష్ణ
హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే 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 రామ్ 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 హరే హరే.
Thank you very much. So we are reading from Chaitanya Charitamrita Telugu, chapter 3. We are going to read Subodhini notes. Okay. So this is chapter 3, talks about glories of Sri Radha Thakur. Another way of, again, review kind of thing. So let us directly start jumping sections. So who wants to read first? Please lift your hand and start reading. Okay.
1 to 48, Damodara Pandita chastised Lord Chaitanya. 1. Obeisances and prayers to Vandeham Shri Guru.
Sri Yuddha Padakamalam, that one. Sri Yuddha Padakamalam. Yesterday we have gone through. Okay. Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, see, Antya Leela 2.1. Second, all glories to Lord Chaitanya and his associates. 3 to 20, Lord Chaitanya's affection on a boy and Damodara Pandita's concern. 3 to 8, Lord Chaitanya's affection on a Brahmana boy. In Puri, there was a boy who was young, beautiful, and gentle. He lost his father. He used to come daily and offer respect to Lord Chaitanya, who was his life and soul. Lord Chaitanya treated him affectionately. He was intolerable for Damodara Pandita. He repeatedly forbade the boy, but the boy couldn't bear not seeing the Lord and ignored his restrictions. 9 to 13a, Damodara Pandita's impudent talk. One day, after the boy's visit, Damodara spoke to Lord Chaitanya. Everyone says that you are a Gosani, a great teacher, but you now but now we shall find out what kind of teacher you are. But everyone will talk about your attributes and reputation throughout Puri, and your position will be impaired. Although Lord Chaitanya knew that Damodar Pandita was a pure and simple devotee, he said, "What nonsense you are speaking." 13b to 17, Damodar Pandita's concern. Damodar Pandita replied, "You are the independent Lord beyond all criticism. You can act as you please. No one can say anything to restrict you. Nevertheless, how can mouth of a talkative word be covered? Being, being uh, sorry, being
Being,
a learned teacher, why you are affectionate to the son of a widowed Brahmani. Although she is a austere and chaste, she has one natural fault. She is a beautiful and young. You are the handsome, attractive young man. Therefore, certainly people will whisper about you. Why should give them such opportunity? Note point: simplicity and impudence. Damodara is a simple and staunch devotee and could not tolerate criticism of the Lord. But unfortunately, he himself was criticizing him. Lord Chaitanya could understand that it was due to his simplicity and that he impudently dared criticize him. Nevertheless, such behavior by a devotee is not very good. Note point caution: a devotee sometimes become impudent, influenced by Maya and material consideration, even if there is some apparent discrepancy. One should be fixed in the conclusion that the Guru is not subject to criticism and is not equal to a common man. 18 to 20a, Lord Chaitanya was pleased. Smiled and thought that this impudence is also sign of a pure love for me. I have no other intimate friend like Damodara Pandita. The next day he called Damodara to a solitary place and spoke. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Jai, thank you. Very good. So what we learned from here, the starting point, Damodar Pandita chastised Lord Chaitanya. Why he chastised?
Actually,
Rajapur.
yes, Prabhuji. అదే బ్రాహ్మణ లేడీ ఉంది కదా ప్రభుజీ,
Brahmana lady.
వేరే వాళ్ళ గురించి అంటే అదే మన వేరే వాళ్ళు ఇట్లా ఇప్పుడు ఆ బావిని దగ్గర తీసుకొని అట్లా బావి అట్లా ఉండడం వల్ల మళ్ళీ వేరే జనాలు అందరు తప్పు అర్థం తీసుకుంటారేమని.
Okay. ఇంకా ఇంకేమన్నా పాయింట్స్? Impudent talk. Why Damodara Pandita's impudent talk? Why he behaved like that? Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took care of him. He's asking, but everyone will talk about your attributes, reputation throughout Puri, and your position will be impaired. Lord Chaitanya didn't see this one. Pure simple devotee, but why? And again asking, chastising, what nonsense are you speaking? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Damodar Pandit. Damodar Pandit replied, that is saying, you are independent Lord. Beyond all criticism, you can act as you please. No one can say anything to restrict you. Nevertheless, how can mouth of the talkative will be covered? Being a learned scholar, why are you affectionate to the widowed Brahmani? Although she is austere just, she has no natural fault. She is beautiful and young, and you are a handsome, attractive young man. Therefore, certainly people will use it. That is his idea. That is his thoughts. Why should you give them such an opportunity? Outsiders. It's a speculation. He is concerned, why you are giving a chance to speak about simplicity and importance. The last line, behave this kind of behavior is not very good. Damodar Pandit is simple stance devotee, could not tolerate criticism of the Lord. He himself was criticizing him. Unfortunately, he himself was criticizing whom? Lord Chaitanya could understand that it was due to simplicity that he impudently dared to criticize him. So caution, what is important point? A devotee is sometimes impudent, influenced by Maya, material considerations. Even if there is some apparent discrepancy, one should be fixed in the conclusion that the Guru is not subject to criticism and is not equal to a common man. Very important instructive point. That's why they put it in the note point. Caution. You have to be very careful. Maya is so strong that we may think that seeing our Guru as a normal person, common man like that. Here, Damodar Pandita's response is like that. He's seeing like that. His behavior like that, criticizing. But Lord Chaitanya is happy with him. He's a very nice devotee. Lord Chaitanya was pleased. He smiled on them. This impudence is also a sign of pure devotee, pure love for me. Light is, I have no other intimate friend like Damodar Pandit. Okay. And then next day, he's seen అయిపోయిన తర్వాత next day, what's happening? The next day, he called Damodar to a solitary place and spoke. This is important section. Anybody wants to read?
Yes, I will read and then go.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes. Yeah.
Text 21 to 39. Lord Chaitanya instructs Damodar Pandita to be with Sachimata at Nadia. Text 27 to 27 alpha. 27a. You better go to Nadia and stay with my mother. I see no one but you to protect her. Among my associates, you are the most neutral, Nirapeksha, and thus can protect religious principles, Dharma. You can do whatever I cannot. Indeed, you can caution and chastise even me, what to speak of others. It is best for you to go to the shelter of my mother's lotus feet, for no one can behave independently in front of you. At intervals, you may come see me here, and then soon again go there. Millions of my obeisances.
Continue.
27b to 29a. Give her happiness by telling her of my happiness in my personal activities. Thus, she may share in my happiness and her mind becomes satisfied. Text 29b to 39. Remind her of a confidential incident of my eating. I come to your home again and again to eat all the food you offer, but you consider this a dream due to an external separation. During the last Magha Sankranti, you cooked vegetables, condensed milk, cakes, and sweet rice for me and offered to Lord Krishna. While you were in meditation, I appeared and ate everything, and you felt great happiness. In a moment, you saw the plate empty and thought that it was your dream and that you have not offered the food to Lord Vishnu. Then you saw the cooking pots and found the pots filled with food. So you again offered the food and again ate everything. Only by your order am I living in Nilachala. Yet you still pull me near you because of your great love for me. Note point. Prabhu చదవనా కింద ఆపండి. Yeah. Note point. Factual, not dreams. Pure devotees realize dealings with the Lord on transcendental plane, but because they are still in the material world, they think that these are the dreams. The Lord talks with the advanced devotee who also sees him. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Yes, Prabhu. But enough. pure devotees realize dealings with the Lord on transcendental plane, but they are all still on the material world, but think that are the dreams. Lord talks with the advanced devotee who also sees him. Hare Krishna. Okay. Now, another section. Anybody? Please go ahead. Continue. Past time. Come on. Go ahead. Come on. Go ahead. Haribo.
వేరే అడుగుతారా వేరే
It's okay. Lift yes. It's okay. అడుగుదాం. It's okay. Prasad Prabhu want to do?
కదా
Hare
లిఫ్ట్ చేయమని
Krishna.
అందుకే
Okay. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, reactions ever react either. Reactions. Nobody is reacting. What to do? I am calling out again. Okay.
మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి ఫస్ట్ చెప్తే ఎందుకంటే ఆల్రెడీ మర్చిపోతారు కదా
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. 42, 48.
Just nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes. 42, 48. Damodar Pandita stay at Nadia.
Nadia.
Damodar Pandita goes to Nadia. Okay, 42, 43. Lord Chaitanya told Damodar Pandita to remind Sachi Mata in this way again and again and worship her lotus feet in his name. He gave varieties of Jagannath Prasada to Damodara, separately packed to offer to various Vaishnavas, and Sachimata and Damodara did so. Thus he stayed at Navadipa under the care of under care of Sachimata's lotus feet according to the Lord's order. Very nice.
Yeah, next continue.
Next,
ఏమండి
44 to 40.
దామోదర్ పండిత స్వరూప్ దామోదర్ ఒకరేనా
కాదు స్వరూప్ దామోదర్ ఐఎమ్ ఆల్సో కన్ఫ్యూజ్ రైట్ స్వరూప్ దామోదర్ పండిట్ ఇది ఐఎమ్ నాట్ షూర్ సమూద్ దామోదర్ ప్రభు గుడ్ క్వశ్చన్
రామానందరాయ దామోదర ఇద్దరు ఉంటారు కదా ఈ దామోదర సేమేనా
షూర్
6,300 వచ్చింది
ఓకే విల్ చెక్ దామోదర్ స్వరూప్ దామోదర్ అని రాస్తారు కదా మా టైం ఐఎమ్ నాట్ షూర్ లెట్ us చెక్ ఎనీవే లెట్ us కంటిన్యూ ఓకే విల్ చెక్ దట్ put the point there రాయి ఇక్కడ we'll find out okay or you can find out meanwhile go ahead Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Damodara Pandita was a strict in practical dealing. Everyone knew this and was afraid of him and dared not to do anything independent. Damodara was verbally chastised every devotee of Lord Chaitanya whom he found deviating even slightly from a proper behavior. Thus he established the standard etiquette. As one who hears about the Damodara Pandita's verbal chastisements, the strict principles and ignorance depart. Okay. 47 Sadhana Prabhu.
Completing.
Okay. 47 Deep pastimes. The pastimes of Lord Chaitanya are deeper than millions of seas and oceans. Therefore, no one can understand what he does and why he does it. Chaitanya Leela Gambhira Koti Samudra Hete Kilagi Ki Kare Kehena Pare Pujite. 48. Kabiraja Goswami writes that although he doesn't know the deep of meaning of these activities, he tries to explain them externally as far as possible.
Thank you, Babu. Chaitanya Leela Gambhira Koti Samudra Haite Kilagi Kikare Keha Na Pare Pujite. Therefore, no one can understand what he does and why he does. Because deeper than millions of seas and oceans. Those past tense of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay. Kaviraj Goswami writes that although he doesn't know the deep meaning of these activities, he tries to explain them externally as far as possible. Okay. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Next, you want to read Lavanim? Go ahead.
Yeah. 49 to 98. Conversation between Lord Chaitanya and Haridasa Tagore. 49 to 51. Lord Chaitanya's anxiety for the Yavanas. One day, Lord Chaitanya asked Haridasa Tagore, in this Kali Yuga, most people are bereft of Vedic culture. They kill cows and Brahmanical culture and thus engage in sinful acts. How will these Yavanas, meat eaters, be delivered? To my great unhappiness, I do not see any way. So Yavana means anyone who is against the behavior of the Vedic principle is called a Yavana, whether an Indian or a non-Indian. The symptom of Yavanas is that they are violent killers of the cows and Brahmanical culture. And Patita Pavana. The meaning of Patita Pavana is Lord Chaitanya was always thinking about the deliverance of the fallen souls whose conditions gives him great unhappiness. Therefore, he himself comes as he is, as a devotee, to deliver Krishna Prema to them. A follower of Lord should also feel such compassion on the fallen souls and thus spread this mission. Haribol.
Haribol.
Haridasa Tagore, చదవమంటారా?
చదవండి.
Haridasa Tagore glorifies the potency of Haridasa Tagore glorifies the potency of the holy name. Nama Basa chanting by the Yavanas. My dear Lord, do not be in anxiety. A devotee exclaims in ecstatic love, Ha Rama, O my Lord Rama. The Yavanas are also accustomed to saying Ha Rama. Just see their good fortune. So they will be very easily be delivered by the Nama Basa. Note point. A devotee consoles the Lord when he is unhappy because of the condition of the fallen souls. This is a service. One who tries to relieve the Lord Chaitanya anxieties from the fallen souls is certainly his most dear and confidential devotee. To blaspheme such a devotee is the greatest offense. Such offender is awaiting punishment for the envy.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Okay.
Krishna.
Yeah, can start a conversation between Lord Chaitanya and Haridas Thakur. So Yavana Blecha, Haridas Thakur in that category. But still Haridas Thakur glorifies the potency of holy name. Patita Pavana and Yavana definitions. How will these meat eaters deliver to my great happiness? I do not say anyway. Anxiety for the Yavanas. Oh, and Lord Chaitanya asked Haridas. So he started conversation between 49 onwards. Okay. And the Haridas Thakur glorifies the potency of the holy name. That's where you see Namba Basu chanting by the Yavanas.
చైతన్య మహాప్రభు అంటే హీ నోస్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ బట్ హీస్ ఎందుకంటే నామచర్యను హైలైట్ చేయడానికి అడుగుతున్నాడు ఈ యవనాస్ వీళ్ళందరూ మరి ఎట్లా డెలివర్ అవుతారు అని అడుగుతున్నాడు.
ఇంటెన్షనల్
ఒక్క నిమిషం
ఏం చెప్తారు అనేది. ఓకే ఓకే థ్యాంక్ యూ. What is next? Who wants to do? Go ahead, please. Next.
హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభు.
Hare Krishna Mata. Okay, please read 57, 55 to 57. Continue from there. There may be very important sections about the holy name. Nama Basa, Suddha Nama.
Accidental versus faithful chanting. The chanting of the Lord's holy name to indicate something else is an instant of Nama Basa. Even by such chanting, its power is not destroyed. Even a lecher who is being killed by the tusk of a bow and cries in distress, Ho Rama, attains liberation. What to speak of chanting with veneration and faith? Ajamila accidentally called for his son Narayana at the time of death, and the Vishnu Dutas relieved him from the bonds of Yamaraja. 58 to 59. Potency of Nama. The two syllables Ra and Ma of the word Rama are unseparated and are decorated with the loving word Ha, meaning Om. The letters of the holy name are so spiritually potent that they act even when uttered improperly. Namera Akshara Sabera Ita Swabhava Vyavahita Hailena Chade Apana Prabhava. Should I continue, Prabhu?
Yes, finished. Finish this. Yeah.
Offenseless chanting is powerful. If a devotee once utters the holy name, or if it penetrates his mind or enters his ear, it will certainly deliver him from material bondage and all unwanted practices, whether vibrated properly or improperly, with correct or incorrect grammar, or properly joined or vibrated in separate parts. However, if one chants with offenses, that is for the benefit of the material body, for material wealth and followers, or with greed or atheism, such chanting will not produce the desired result very soon. So one should diligently avoid offenses in chanting. Padma Purana. Note point.
Yes.
Chanting the holy name while engaging in sense gratification is an impediment on the path of achieving love for Krishna. Such negligent utterance of materialistic persons is not a vibration of tangential sound. The holy name is so powerful that it must act, but when one chants with offenses and to facilitate sinning, its action will be delayed.
61.
61. If one offensively chants the holy name, even imperfectly, one can be freed from all the results of sinful life. Nama bhasa haite haya sarva papa kshaya.
Yeah, very important. So,
Hmm.
few things mentioned. Accidental and faithful chanting, potency of Nama, and that too offenseless chanting is so much powerful. And if one offenselessly chants the holy name even imperfectly, one can be freed from all the results of sinful life. Anybody understand what this statement is all about? If one offenselessly chants the holy name, even imperfectly. So we have 10 offenses, right? How many of you know? How many of you chant every day at least before chanting Hare Krishna mantra? 10 offenses of the holy name.
We chant only.
10 offenses, right? So those 10 offenses,
Yes.
out of 10 offenses, we have to, if we have careful about that, what we chant, just like now, not by heart like that. But, if we put in our heart in those, each of the offense, then we will get that offenseless stage. We are careful about our chanting. So that kind of chanting, if we, that even though if we chant imperfectly, the holy name even imperfectly, if a person, one can be freed from all the results of sinful life. Nama bhasa haidaya sarva papakshaya. And previously, this one, it is delayed. What is delayed? Because if you are, that is one offense, right? One is, let me say, since we are talking about the offense, 10 offenses of the holy name. Let me see and share here. Hmm. This candidature is there. I'm sharing now. So we have to be. This is a blasphemy of the devotee who dedicate their lives. So this is very neat. Consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, are equal partner, independent of the names of Lord Vishnu. Disobey the orders of the spiritual master. Blasphemy of the Vedic literatures, scripture, pursuits of the Vedic version. Consider the glories of chanting, imagination, interpretation. Commit sinful activities, strength of the holy names. Consider the chanting of Hare Krishna mantra, one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities. Karmakanda, faithless person. To have complete faith in chanting and to maintain mental attachments. There are all offenses. So in this statement, if you see in this document, what is mentioned? See, one offenselessly chants. Offensive chanting is getting delayed. Of course, you are chanting. Okay, that also have some benefit. Not like that, no benefit. It's definitely have benefit, even though with offenses. See, how can we go from offensive to offenseless? That's a process, right? During the course of this, offenseless, three stages: Nama Parada, Nama Bhasa, and Shuddha. So, what is the thing? We have to be 10 offenses, right after 6 has to come 10 offenses, and we'll chant holy names. One can be freed from the results of sinful life. Process is there, perfect process is there. That's why not just by heart. We have to put in our heart in that. Not by heart. Nice, nice. What is that? What rhyming? Not by heart. Put the heart in the 10 offenses. Then we will gradually reach the stage of Nama Bhasa, from offensive to offenseless. And then Suddhanam anyway. Once we reach the stage of Nama Bhasa, then process is going to affect. So that's why some devotees, even though in my experience, in my these many years of experience, I have seen one devotee during our voice center. That was in 2010 story. Before I come to USA, I was spending few months and learning some technologies in America, in Hyderabad, Amirpet. That time there was one devotee, perfect devotee, nice devotee, very nicely chant is the holy names of Scripture. No problem. Time taken, no problem. He chants so nicely, such a way that you will hear each syllable so nicely. 16 rounds completes in one sitting. And it will take, okay, it will take not rush. He spent 3 hours time. Nicely chants. Faithfully, nicely, sincerely. I like his chanting. I forgot his name and I don't know his contact actually. Somewhere he's serving Lord so nicely. I'm assume I'm guaranteeing this person so nice. So say chanting is for our benefit. See, that is the only benediction we have. How nicely we chant matters. How nicely pronounce. How nicely chant from our mouth and hear from our ear. Put our mind in the holy name. No need. Prabhupada says that there is no forceful imposition on the mind to think about Krishna's pastimes. It will come eventually and naturally. All the pastimes Krishna is going to reveal us. We just have to, how are we chanting? How are we? I always tell to my kids and my wife, how are we chanting? How are we hearing? Are we hearing or putting our mind somewhere, thinking about some other things? That matters. That's why by heart is okay, but put the heart into holy name, 10 offenses. I'm talking to myself especially. By heart, I also get to by heart. Fatafat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Put the heart into the holy names. Then definitely we will develop from offensives to offenseless stage. Then that is going to end of our sinful life. Thank you very much. So again, 62 verses, nice verse. That's why Prabhuji put in the box. Anybody wants to recite Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 21103? Please go ahead. Let me do. Nobody is responding. Okay. Thumbnail by somebody.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, recite. Okay.
Yeah, 62. The son of Krishna's name destroys darkness of ignorance. DRS 2.1.103. Tam nirvyaj tar tam nirvyajam bhajaguna nide pavanam 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 pavanam
No, Pavananam. No, Pavanam.
pavanam
Pavanam.
pavananam
Pavananam. Okay. Yeah.
Rajan Madir Atir Atitar అతీతరం ఉత్తమ శ్లోకం మౌలిం ఒకసారి రిసైడ్ చేయరా ప్రభుజీ
మన రిసైడర్ అడుగుదాం. ప్రభుజీ మీరు చేయండి. ఉన్నారా? ఆర్ ఏబుల్ టు? Is there? Prabhu? Is there? Unmute. Ask to unmute. Lalman Prabhu. Are you able to recite? Okay. Let me try. Tam nirvyajam. Okay. Tam nirvyajam bhajaguna nide pavanam pavananam shraddhara janmatiratitaram uttama slokamaulim prodhyanantakarana sukhare prodhyanantakarana kuhare anta yennama bhanor आभासोऽपि क्षपयति महा पातकाध्वान्तरासिं. Just try it. You can try that way also if you want. Tam nirvyajam bhajagunanide pavanam pavananam shraddharajan matiratitaram uttama slokamaulim prodhyanantakarana kuhare antayannama bhanar आभासोऽपि क्षपयति महा ఇది మహాపాతక కలిపి ఉంది వర్డ్ ఇదంతా ఒకటే కలిపి ఉంది. ఆభాసోపి క్షపయతి మహాపాతక ధ్వాంతరాశిం. ఓకే.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah. O reservoir, O reservoir of all good qualities, worship without duplicity, the purifier of all purifiers. Worship with a faithful, unflinching mind, the most exalted of those praised by choice poetry. When the Son of His holy name manifests in the core of one's heart, even a slight appearance of that sun dissipates the darkness of heart's ignorance due to greatly sinful activities of previous lives. Previous lives.
What is that? Second one? No, the first one. Shikshastakam. What is that first verse? Shikshastakam. Recite once. Shikshastakam first verse. Dust accumulate in our heart.
చేతుదర్పణార్చనం.
Recite ఇద్దరు కలిసి చేయండి, హస్బెండ్ అండ్ వైఫ్.
చేతోదర్పణమార్జనం భవమహాదావాగ్నిర్వాపనం శ్రియకైరవచంద్రికా వితరణం విద్యావధూ జీవనం
ఆనందాంబుదివర్ధనం
ప్రతిపదనం పూర్ణామృత స్వాదనం సర్వాత్మా స్వపనం పరం విజయతే శ్రీకృష్ణ సంకీర్తనం.
So what is that? Vijay's Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. So this is the point. Even a slight appearance of that sun dissipates the darkness of heart's ignorance due to greatly sinful activities of previous. That is a Param Vijayate. All sinful activities goes away. So all of our, we can see ourselves when the dirt is cleansed. Dirt is just like, 6 beautiful enemies. Beautiful enemies. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha. Layers of dust of these qualities. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Madam Australia. Situated in our heart. Okay. Complete చేయండి హరి బోల్. ఇక్కడ వరకు 67 వరకు కంప్లీట్ చేయండి.
63 to 65. Even the faintest rays of effluence from the Lord's holy name can eradicate all the reactions of sinful life. Nama basa, haite hasa, samsarera, kyasha, kshaya. And attain liberation, nama base, mukti haya. Mukti haya. We have scriptural evidence for this. While dying, Ajamila chanted the holy name to call his son Narayana, yet the attained the spiritual world. What then to speak of those who chant with faith and reverence? Srimad Bhagavatam 6.2.49. Mriyamana. 66 to 67. Lord Chaitanya became happy and again asked, on this earth there are many moving and non-moving living entities. How will the trees, plants, insects and others be delivered from material bondage?
Lord Chaitanya is asking to Haridas Thakur. So he explains so nicely, from Bhagavatam. Very well. Thank you, Mother. Next, whoever done, not done, please. I have seen lifted hands. Sri Hari Prabhu. I have seen lifted hand, but I don't know. Are you able to do? Lower your hand.
Can I do, Prabhuji?
Sri Hari Prabhu also lifted. Hare Krishna, let me check once. Sri Hari Prabhu? You want to read?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
అయితే చదవండి. 68 to 76. That section.
68 to 76. Haridasa speaks about the deliverance of moving and non-moving entities. 68 to 71. When you do loud Sankirtana, the moving entities who have heard it have already been delivered. When the non-moving living entities like trees hear it, there is an echo. Pratidwani, which is their kirtana. Although inconceivable, this happens by your mercy. 72, 73. When your followers do loud Sankirtana all over the world, all moving and non-moving entities dance in ecstatic love. Balabhadra Bhattacharya related to me all the incidents that took place while you were going through the Jari Khanda. 74. When Vasudeva Datta appealed at your lotus feet for the deliverance of all living entities, you accepted that request. 75, 76. You accepted the form of a devotee just to deliver all the fallen souls of this world. You have preached the loud chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra and in this way freed all moving and non-moving entities from material bondage. కొంచెం పైకి చేయరా?
Yeah.
జగత్ నిస్తారితే.
Yeah. అది నార్మల్ చైతన్య మన సిసి ట్యూన్. జగత్ నిస్తారితే తోమారా అవతార. Yeah, like that.
जगत निस्तारिते ये तुम्हारा अवतारा भक्त भाव आगे ताते कैला अंगीकारा उच्च संकीर्तन ताते करिला प्रचारा स्थिरचर जीवेरा सबा कंडाइला संसारा.
So, thank you, Prabhu. ఇంతవరకు అయిపోయింది సెక్షన్. అది 68 to 70. Haridas Thakur speaks about the deliverance of moving and non-moving entities. He is glorifying Lord Sri Chaitanya. You only preach this cult of, loud chanting, so that, mental bondage is going to get rid of that. So loud chanting is required. That means Kirtan, Bhajan, as well as personal japa. Both needed. So you accepted the form of a devotee just to deliver all the fallen souls of this world. You have preached the loud chanting of Hare Krishna mantra. In this way, freed all moving and non-moving living entities from material bondage. That's where, as we do japa, we have to hear nicely. As we sitting in a group, not like, you have loud voice. One time I got this, instruction. When you are in japa, when you are sitting in japa with other devotees, try to hear your holy name. How are you chanting? And no need to put our extra effort to loud so no, we have to hear, but not of course when we in the group, the sound vibration is more effective, but we have to hear our holy name also, how I am chanting in the group. And kirtan, we know, blissful kirtans, enchanting kirtans, dancing kirtans, all the living entities are get benefit from this. So that much, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instruction is glorifying. You only given this instruction. And again, one more question is asking. Lord Chaitanya said, what he is saying? If all living entities are liberated, the entire universe will be devoid of living beings. Fun. So, okay, very good. If all living entities are liberated, the entire universe will be devoid of living beings. Question is, Haridas Thakur, what he is going to tell? Who wants to read this section? Haridasa speaks about the Lord's liberating living entities in his descents. Go ahead, please continue. Let me ask you. Pilsan Prabhu to recite that sloka, but anyway, it's okay. Done. I have recited. No problem. So let me see. Kant photography, Prabhu. Kant Prabhu, you want to read? And let me ask, whoever not done. Vani Mataji, are you able to read? Now it's 9 o'clock. In another 5 to 10 minutes, we are going to close reading. Okay, Vani Mataji. And then Chandraval Prabhu, I am seeing. Kant Prabhu. Hare Krishna. So you are not responsive means Hare Krishna. I am going to give Raja Prabhu to read. Hare Bol. I am clicking ask to unmute. Okay. Ask to unmute. Prabhu, they didn't read. So we may extend some more time. You can go ahead.
78 to 88, Haridasa speaks about the Lord's liberating living entities in his descents. 78 to 80, you will send to the spiritual sky all the developed moving and non-moving living entities in different species. As long as you are in this material world, then again you will awaken the living entities who are not yet developed and engage them in activities, and thus entire universe will be filled as it was previously. Note point: a person will never be vacant.
Prison.
Sorry. A prison will be never vacant. For there are many prospective criminals who will fill the prison cells, even if the present criminals are freed by the government. There are many unmanifested jivas in Tamoguna who are gradually come to Rajoguna. Most of them will become criminals due to their protective activities and again fill the prisons. 81 to 88, 81 to 82, Lord Rama delivered all the Ayodhya Vasis by taking them with him when he left this world. Then he filled Ayodhya again with the other living entities. You have set a plan in motion by your descent, but no one can understand how you are acting. 83 to 85, Lord Krishna also delivered all living entities in the universe in the same way when he descended. Nothing is astonishing in his activities. The Supreme Lord awards a liberation even when he is seen, glorified, or remembered with an attitude of enemy. What to speak of? Those who are already engaged in devotional service. 86. By descending at Navadvipa as an incarnation, you, just like a Krishna, have already delivered all the living entities of the universe. 87 to 88, I cannot understand your glories. One may claim that he understood the glories of Lord Chaitanya, but this is my conclusion. Your pastimes are just like an ocean of nectar. It it is not possible for me to conceive even a drop of it. यही काहे चैतन्य महिमा यही काहे चैतन्य महिमा गौरा मोरा गोचारा हाया से ही जानू के मोरा पुना हे ही ता निचाया तो तुम्हारा ही लीला महा अमर तेरा सिंधु मोरा मानो गोचारा नाहे तारा एका बिंदु.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Amrutera Sindhu, Thara Eka Bindu. Amrutera Sindhu, Eka He Chaitanya Mahima, Mora Gochara Haya, Sejanu Kamora Puna, Eita Nishaya. Tomara Yelila Mahamrutera Sindhu, Mora Mano Gochara Nahe, Thara Eka Bindu. There is always see that question he asked, right? Lord Chaitanya, if all living entities are liberated, the entire universe will be divided of living entities, living beings, right? Then he is telling that by you, as long as you are in this material world, so you are taking care of them, moving, non-moving, everything. And again, you will awaken the living entities, some of them. Not everybody become devotee, right? Right. One has to put effort also. And again, they engage in activities. Thus, the entire universe will be filled as it previously. Prison example, we know. Prison never be empty. Always somebody will be there. Lord Rama delivered everybody. And again, next, you have set a plan. He set a plan in motion by your descent, but no one can understand how you are acting. Left this world, then he filled Ayodhya again with other living entities. Lord Krishna also delivered all living entities in the universe in the same way when he descended. Nothing is astonishing in his activities. Supreme Lord awards liberation even when he is insane, glorified, remembered with an attitude of envy. What to speak of those who are already engaged in devotional service. Navadvipa, you already delivered everybody. I cannot understand because it's a Mahamrutera Sindhu and Tara Eka Bindu, just a drop. I'm trying to understand. It is not possible for me to conceive even a drop. Even a drop of also I am not able to conceive. That much glorification here, that much, reclaim, one may claim that he understands the glories of Lord Chaitanya. But this is my conclusion. What is his conclusion? By asking this question to him, your ocean of mercy, your pastimes are like ocean of nectar. Amrutera Bindu. It is not possible for me to conceive even a drop of it. That's why Namo Maha Padanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate. Krishna Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gaurat Vishaya Namaha. Okay, so I'm asking three devotees who are not responsive. I'm going to let me do this. Ask to unmute one more time. Ask to unmute one more time. Chandra Prabhu and Kant Prabhu. And then Vani Mataji. Okay? Hare Krishna. Kant Prabhu is unmuted. You want to read? Can you please go ahead? You will stop in a few minutes.
Yes. 89 to 90, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Lord Chaitanya glorifies Haridasa Thakura. 89 to 90. Lord Chaitanya was astonished to hear this. These are actually my confidential pastimes. How could Haridasa understand them? Greatly satisfied, Lord Chaitanya embraced him. Outwardly, however, he avoided further discussions. 91.
నా మనసు గెలుచుకున్నాం అంటారు కదా. So these are all actually my confidential pastimes. How could he understand them? I mean, he has complete understanding. Haridas Thakur, his mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mercies. Continue. Concealed.
Opulence. This is a characteristics of the Supreme Personality of a Godhead. Although he wants to cover his opulence, he cannot do so before his devotees. This is well known everywhere. Ishvara Swabhava Aishwarya Acha Dite Bhakta Tani Lukate Nare Hayata Udvete Vidite. 92. Devotees can see the Lord. Everything within the material nature is limited by time, space, and thought. However, the Lord's unquarreled and surpassed characteristic are transcendental to such limitations. He sometimes cover them, but nevertheless, unalloyed devotees are always able to see him under all circumstances. Stotra Ratna 13 of Yamunacharya Ulam Gita Trividita Sima. 93-94. The Lord Chaitanya glorified Haridasa's transcendental qualities in front of his personal devotees as if he had hundreds of mouths. He derives great pleasure from glorifying his devotees, and among the devotees, Haridasa Thakur is the foremost. Bhaktera guna kahite Prabhura Badaye Ulasa Bhakta Gana Shrestha Tate Sri Haridasa. 95 to 98. The qualities of Haridasa Thakur are innumerable and unfathomable. In the Chaitanya Mangala, Sri Vrindavana Dasa Thakur has described them to some extent. No one can describe all of them. One may say something just to purify himself. Please hear something that Vrindavana Dasa has not described in detail.
Thank you. This section, a very nice section, very nice. Glorification of his devotee. Haridas Thakur is a great devotee of Supreme Lord. Bhaktera Gunakaita Prabhura Badaya Ullasa Bhaktagana Sreshta. Bhaktagana Sreshta Tate Sri Haridasa. From Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Glorification. There's one point is there, See, Krishna, everything within the material nature is three words used. Okay? Time, space, and thought. Right? That's why it's bound by this thing. Right? Our mind also limited, inconceivable potency of Supreme Lord cannot understand with our blunt senses, especially called mind. No, mind also limited. Body is limited, right? But of course, mind is subtle body, that also limited. How can you understand unlimited pastimes? However, the Lord's unequal and unsurpassed characteristics are transcendental to such limitations. Krishna wanted, for example, devotees can easily understand Krishna's unlimited potency by his grace. He sometimes covers them, but nevertheless, unallied devotees. What definition of unallied devotee? Rupa Goswami definition. Anybody please recite that verse. What is that? Who is an unallied devotee? Unallied devotee of definition. Rupa Goswami. Recite, whoever knows. Are always able to see him under all circumstances. So what is the definition of unallied devotee? Very
So
famous. Very
pure and
famous.
selfless, Prabhuji.
Okay. Pure selfless is there, of course. That is the inbuilt characteristics when they perform the bhakti. Okay.
And he don't require any personal benefits.
That's where you are almost there. Recite that verse.
Another Sunitana Prabhu.
Gnyabilasita shunyam gnanakar. Adena?
Okay. Recite.
अन्याभिलाषिता शून्यं ज्ञानकर्मादेनावृतं प्रतिकूल ఏంటి
Anukulena Krishnanushilanam.
ఆనుకూలైన కృష్ణానుశీలనం భక్తిరుచ్యతే. It's a pure bhakti.
Okay, so pure bhakti, unallied devotee definition is no abhilasha. Only abhilasha of serving Supreme Lord all the time, all place, circumstances, all the times, all the places, all the circumstances. They never ever leave Krishna's thoughts. They always chant glories of holy names. They always remember about Supreme Lord. That's the definition. No abhilasha, only abhilasha. And no jnana, no karma also. Only bhakti. Of course, bhakti inclusive of everything. So that's the definition. Anyway, Trunadapi is there, bro, but the mood of chanting, Trunadapi. Those unallied devotees chant Hare Krishna mantra with that mood only. Same. With that mood only. Trunadapi Sunichena Tarori. Just like, see, if you see Haridas Thakur, see, even though he has beaten in 23 marketplaces, he is praying for those miscreants. He's praying.
Yes, bro.
What kind of quality he has? He is suffering too much bodily pain, but he's praying for them. So that is what pure devotee consciousness, unallied devotee. Best example is unallied devotee. Many examples. Prahlada Maharaj is there. Dhruva Maharaj is there. Many examples. Here, Haridas Thakur is there. That's where Bhakta Sreshta. He is a Bhakta Sreshta. Bhaktagana Sreshta. Yeah, Haribol. ఎవరు చెప్తున్నారు? లార్డ్ శ్రీ చైతన్య మహాప్రభు చెప్తున్నారు. Haribol. That's where Namacharya. Namacharya. Nobody is responding.
Haridas Thakur, Namacharya Haridas Thakur.
Sri Haridas Thakur ki jai.
Jai.
Okay. So మీరు ఇప్పుడు ఒకరు ఇంతవరకు చదవండి. We'll stop here. Okay. Chandrababu Prabhu, I have asked you to unmute since then, but you are not responsive. Okay. Anyway, you read this much and we'll stop here. Okay.
Okay, Prabhu. Sorry, Krishna. 99 to 143, Srila Haridas Thakur transforms a prostitute. 99 to 108, Ramchandra comes envy towards Haridas Thakur. 99 to 101, Haridas Thakur stayed in Benapola after leaving home. He made a cottage in a solitary forest and planted a tulsi plant in front of which he would chant the holy name 3 lakhs times daily. It can be done only by a Mukta Purusha, a liberated person. For his maintenance, he would beg food from a Brahmana's house. He was spiritually so influential that all the neighborhood people worshipped him. We can follow Haridas Thakur's example by chanting 16 rounds of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and worshipping Tulsi. Simply by doing so, one can become spiritually strong. Also, devotees should not accept food from the materialistic persons, by which one's mind becomes unclean. Devotees are warned not to live unnecessarily luxurious lives at the cost of others. Otherwise, one may become victim of Maya.
Hare
Shall I
Krishna.
continue?
అదే ప్రాబ్లం. No, we'll stop here. This is a note point. మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి చదువుతాను నేను. Okay. We can follow Haridas Thakur as example by chanting at least 16 rounds of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. At least I put it, okay? Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and worshipping Tulasi. Simply by doing so, three instructions there here. Simply by doing so, one can become spiritually strong, mentally healthy also. Mind become engaged in Krishna service. That way mentally also strong. Mind is engaged in Krishna service. 16 rounds consistency. Consistency is needed. Huh? Also, devotees should not accept food. Very important for materialistic purpose. Why? Because of the by which one's mind becomes unclean. We never know what kind of consciousness they put in and offer and give to us. That's why all the time, every time, we have to have only Krishna Prasadam. Devotees are warned not to live unnecessarily. This is another statement. Unnecessarily luxurious lives at the cost of others. Otherwise, one may become victim of Maya. The more you possess, the more you suffer. The more we suffer. Simple. The simplify life, better. We are Prabhupada write this Bale Nachta statement actually. Save time for Krishna. ఎన్నోసార్లు ఇక్కడెక్కడ రాస్తాడండి చిన్న బుక్లలో ప్రభుపట్ల సేవ్ టైమ్ ఫర్ కృష్ణ. If you have too much accumulation, what happens? You need to maintain, right? Our mind is engaged in those activities. So we are thinking about that thing, not the real purpose of chanting or practicing bhakti yoga or devotional service, serving about Lord. That's why better simply. That's why simple living.
I think.
Nobody answering. Okay, that means you don't know answer. Okay, only one answer that got. Simple living.
High thinking.
Muralidhar Prabhu.
High thinking, Prabhu. Okay. But the problem is in my world, like
high
complex
thinking
word.
and complex word.
High thinking
Actually,
achieve the highest.
The more you we
I
possess,
think is picture.
the other thing, the more we possess, in order to maintain also too much expensive of our mind's energy. Of course, our outside taxes, blah blah blah, is there, okay? But expensive of our mind's energy. We are losing our energy by thinking about them. That's why better simple life, maintain nicely, family and kids, whatever need to have. Save time for Krishna and use this one life for Krishna. Sir, ఇది కూడా మంచి స్టేట్మెంట్. See how nicely is engaging ఎంత positive statements you say. Engage this one life
for Krishna.
Engage this one life to Krishna. That's it. You become successful. And save time for Krishna. Okay, we'll stop with this. Silardas Thakur ki jai, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai, Krishnadas Kaviraj Swami ki jai, Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. So let us focus on hearing now. Mukunda Mala Sutra I'm going to play. But before that, I'm requesting Lavanya to chant this one, please. Can you do this one? These many days you have heard also. I'm going to share once again. ఒక్క నిమిషం దయచేసి పాడండి. తప్పులైనా నో ప్రాబ్లం. ఓకే, లెట్ us రిమెంబర్ ఫస్ట్. ఒకసారి గుర్తు చేసుకుందాం. పాడండి. షేర్ చేసిన.
అయ్యో అది నేను వినలేదండి.
వినలేదండి. ఇక్కడ విని అందరం కలిసి విన్నాం ఇక్కడ, రైట్?
మీరు పాడండి, మీరు విన్నది మీరు పాడండి. ఐ విల్ రిపీట్. మీరు పాడండి, నేను రిపీట్ చేస్తాను.
You are here along with other devotees. Okay, నువ్వద్దు నేనద్దు. I'm asking some other. Anybody wants to sing this song? You try. Okay, very nice. I love to hear. Chalo, try. మీ ఇంటర్నెట్ కొద్దిగా టూ మచ్ ఉన్నది. అబ్బా, వినడానికి కొంచెం కష్టం ప్రభు. గర్గర్ సౌండ్ వస్తుంది. ఓ మై గాడ్, గర్గర్ సౌండ్ వస్తుంది. బెటర్ మంచి నెట్వర్క్ లొకేషన్ లో ఉండి ఒకసారి ఆన్ ఆఫ్ చేయండి ఆ టవర్ ని మీ ఫోన్ లో. ఒకసారి ఆన్ ఆఫ్ చేసి ఇప్పుడు ఓకే. బట్ నార్మల్లీ everybody knows this concept. Situated in nice network area, on and off Wi-Fi or whatever, or on and off mobile data. ఒకసారి ఆఫ్ చేసి ఒక 5 సెకండ్స్ వెయిట్ చేసి మళ్ళీ ఆన్ చేసి ఏమవుతుందంటే దీస్ ఆర్ ద మ్యాన్ మేడ్ సిస్టమ్స్. ఇట్ విల్ టేక్ అప్ నెక్స్ట్ గ్రాబింగ్ నెట్వర్క్ అనమాట. ఓకే, ఎస్ చేయండి ప్రభు.
ஆழ்வரதல் பன்னிருவர் பொய்கையார் பூதத்தார் பேயாழ்வார் திருமழி செய்யும் நம்மாழ்வார் மதுர கவி பெரியாழ்வார் ஆண்டாள் குலசேகரர் தொண்டரடி பொடி திருப்பாணி திருமங்கை என்னாழ்வார்கள் பன்னிருவர். థ్యాంక్ యూ బాబు.
థ్యాంక్ యూ బాబు. నువ్వు చేస్తారా ఇప్పుడు లావణ్య? యాక్చువల్గా ఇప్పుడు సే we have in our Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya we are glorifying six Goswami Shad Goswami Ashtakam, right? Shri Rupa, what we got? చేయండి మొచ్చలు చేయండి, రేపు మీరు చేతులేండి మీరు. ఓకే, ప్రాక్టీస్.
ஆழ்வார்கள் பன்னிருவ பொய்கையார் பூதத்தார் பேயாழ்வார் திருமதிசை மண் நம்மாழ்வார் மதுர கவி பெரியாழ்வார் ஆண்டாள் குலசேகர தொண்டரெடி பொடி திருப்பாணி திருமங்கை என ஆழ்வார்கள் பன்னிருவார்.
Okay, very nice. Thank you, Prabhu. Tomorrow you do Lavanya, okay? Practice. So we will chant directly from this section, okay? 9, 10 to just hear nicely, please. 4 minutes audio. Vindamu.
ఇది రిసైడ్ చేయమంటే వేస్తా.
Yeah, one second. Recite first ఒకసారి ఇందాం అయినది. Then we will recite. We will recite. మొత్తం ఒకసారి రిసైడ్ later. Connection. Let me share the computer screen sound, okay? Stereo. So please confirm, are you able?
अभिर्मन्दमनो विचिन्त्य बहुधा यामिश्चिरं यातना.
Are you able to hear?
Yes, Prabhuji.
చేయండి, జస్ట్ వినండి. వింటే మనకు వర్డ్స్ ఎట్లా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసిన ప్రభుజీ అనేది తెలుస్తుంది, ఎట్లా ఏ రిసైటెడ్ అనేది తెలుస్తుంది. కొన్ని వర్డ్స్ ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయాలి మనం, ఎస్పెషల్లీ 16, 17, 18, బట్ హియర్ నైస్లీ. I put a picture from there. 12 alvars nunchi captured, just remember. And this is a vigraham somewhere in some temple, I don't know exactly where. Itla manchi dhoti kattichi, manchi pula malesi, janjana vishi, pavitram. This is our culture. Vaishnava Acharya ki jai. Chalo, I am now playing. One second, manchi vinandi.
माभिर्मन्दमनो विचिन्त्य बहुधा यामिश्चिरं यातना. नैवामी प्रभवन्ति पापरिपवः स्वामी ननु श्रीधरः. आलस्यं व्यपनीय भक्तिसुलभं ध्यायस्व नारायणं. लोकस्य व्यसनापनोदनकरो दासस्य किं न क्षमः. भवजलधिगतानां द्वन्द्ववाताहतानां सुतदुहितृकलत्रात्राणभारार्दितानां. विषमविषयतो ये मज्जताम् अप्लवानां. भवति शरणमेको विष्णुपोतो नराणां. भवजलधिमगाधं दुस्तरं निस्तरेयं. कथमहमिति चेतो मास्मगाः कातरत्वं. सरसिजदृशि देवे तारकी भक्तिरेका. नरकभिदिनिषण्णा तारयिष्यत्यवश्यम्. तृष्णातो ये मदनपवनोद्धूतमोहोर्मिमाले. दारावर्ते तनयसहजा ग्राहसङ्घाकुले च. संसाराख्ये महति जलधौ मज्जतां न स्त्रिधामन्. पादाम्भोजे वरद भवतो भक्तिनावं प्रयुच्छ पृथ्वीरेणुरणुः पयांसि कणिकाः फल्गुस्फुलिङ्गो लघुः तेजो निःश्वसनं मरुत्तनुतरं रन्ध्रं सुसूक्ष्मं नभः क्षुद्रा रुद्रपितामहप्रभृतयः कीताः समस्ताः सुरा दृष्टे यत्र स तारको विजयते श्रीपादधूलीकणः हे लोकाः शृणुत प्रसूतिमरणा व्याधेश्चिकित्साम् इमाम् योगज्ञाः समुदाहरन्ति मुनयो यां यज्ञवल्क्यादयः अन्तर्ज्योतिरमेयमेकममृतं कृष्णाख्यमापीयताम् तत्पीतं परमौषधं वितनुते निर्वाणमात्यन्तिकम् हे मर्त्याः परमं हितं शृणुतवो वक्ष्यामि संक्षेपतः संसारार्णवमापदूर्मि बहुलं सम्यक् प्रविश्य स्थिताः नानाज्ञानमपास्य चेतसि नमो नारायणायेत्यमुम् मन्त्रं सप्रणवं प्रणामसहितं प्रावर्तयेद्धं मुहुः नाथेन पुरुषोत्तमे त्रिजगताम् एकाधिपे चेतसा सेव्ये स्वस्य पदस्य दातरि परे नारायणे तिष्ठति यं कञ्चित् पुरुषाधमं कतिपया ग्रामेशमल्पार्थदम् सेवायै मृगयामहे नरमहो मूढावराका वयम् बद्धेनाञ्जलिना नतेन शिरसा गात्रैः सरोमोद्गमैः कण्ठेन स्वरगद्गदेन नयने नोद्गीर्णबाष्पाम्बुना नित्यं त्वच्चरणारविन्दयुगला ध्यानामृता स्वादिनाम् अस्माकं सरसीरुहाक्ष सततं सम्पद्यतां जीवितम्.
Okay, devotees. Let me see, check the time. Oh, already time up. Okay. We will continue tomorrow. Tomorrow we will practice. No rush. Okay. Mukunda Mala Stotram ki jai. King Kulashekar Avar ki jai.
जय
Dandavad pranams. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhuvaya vacha. Patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Jai Gaurav Premanande Hari Hari.
हरि हरि
Thank you so much. See you
हरे
all
कृष्ण
tomorrow.
प्रभु शर्मा दंडवत प्रणाम टू एवरीबॉडी
Hare Krishna.